Well, I bet you've heard of this. If you've not heard, you've encountered it, somebody close to you have, or most importantly, you're about to. So we're having a very important conversation today about land. So you want to understand, if you are to buy land, what are the stuff that you can do to avoid you being conned, or somebody close to you being conned, or just helping you in advance. So today with me is my co-host, and we want to look at ways in which you can help yourself from this. Stay tuned. Let's see how the discussion goes. Yes, so Efe Juma.
Yes.
Welcome to today's discussion.
Thank you, Kolakodek, for the welcome. It's okay. This is actually, when talk about land, fraudsters, the number is growing, okay? And they can attribute this to the value of the land. So that's where transaction are usually having, transaction volume is actually usually high.
It's very huge.
It's very huge. So it attracts the fraudster, the serious fraudsters.
It is one of the big deals that if you can even get 2 to 3 clients.
Yes, in 2 to 3 clients in a year, then you're just
You're good.
You're good to push the other year without struggling.
I get it.
So this fraudster are really targeting people who are who are having less information, who are less informed. So it's our duty to at least help them have some information on what should they check on before even buying a land.
Yes.
Okay, and how should they go through it, because some of them usually say that they don't want to go through the procedure, and in event of evading the procedures, they end up falling a victim
of
to
all
these
these,
fraudulent transactions.
Yes.
And end up losing large sums of money, which took them time to accumulate through maybe saving. Somebody's maybe employed somewhere, and you've been saving so that you can do what? You can buy a piece of land. And once you buy a piece of land, it end up a fraudulent transaction. It's really paining. It's worth giving attention.
True, sure.
There is one attribute about land. We say that land is finite in supply. Okay, and if we say land is finite, it means that no one can create any more land. So land is just a property that is usually being passed. Okay, you cannot create more land. The only person who had the authority to create land
was
the supernatural being, or God. Okay, so God created land, and that's all. We just pass the titles. You understand?
Sure.
So that make the supply of land to be fixed. Okay, and that also increases the value of land. I usually have referred to holy books a lot, and if I look at the beginning, in the beginning, that is in the context of Christianity,
during the creation period. Yes.
So after Adam was created, then God never sold land to Adam.
He was given.
Do you know why?
Why?
I think he could not buy the land because he was the only person there.
Yes.
So he could not buy the land, and the land was so huge. So God just gave him for free. Being that God was the father, so you don't sell land to your
son.
You don't sell land to your son.
You inherit.
give. And that's what has been even it has remained the trend even to date. You find that a father give land to the son or to the heir. That is inheritance. You understand?
Yeah.
There's also another question here. Do you know why it's very difficult to date to assign land exact or accurate price?
Well, my obvious answer would be because land is a natural resource, and as the universal principle, natural resources are quite hard to appraise and find their exact value.
Why?
Because yes, it's not made by people. Because you see, in the cost, when you're calculating a cost, you normally use the cost of production.
Price.
When you are figuring out the price for your product, you normally incorporate the cost of production and the profit in there, so that you can determine.
So what you are saying is that when you are coming up with the price, you need to factor in cost of production, then you add profit margin.
Yes.
Then you arrive at selling price.
Yes.
And being that land was created by God, we don't know the production cost.
Yes.
So it becomes very difficult to assign it the right value.
And that's why you see some people, somebody will just stand and be like, this piece of land of mine, I'm selling it at this price.
Yes.
And to date, human beings have come up with all these factors that they may consider that may put price of a land be high, to be high, I mean.
Yes.
But largely, the cost of production, they can't tell.
They can't tell.
Yes.
True. So, guys, that is the main reason why we usually say land appreciates. Land is appreciating. Actually, land is not appreciating. The land itself is not appreciating.
It's the value.
The demand growing.
Yeah. When the demand.
You understand?
Yes. Because it's a finite resource.
Yes, it's a finite resource. That's why I want to explain to them so that they can understand the reason why I would say that land is not appreciating. It is just the demand that is growing. Okay? Because it is the same land.
Yeah, it is.
You understand? You bought it today, it's just the same. In fact, you are using it, it's supposed to be depreciating, because if you buy a land, you cultivate on that land, the plants that you planted on the land, are you utilizing utilizing what? The nutrients. So it means the nutrients are going down. You understand? And even that is supported with the traditional methods. They used to plow. Then we call it fallow method or furrow method, whereby you used to plow, then you leave the land for some time to regain what? Is it following or saying something like that? To regain the nutrients. So you could leave the land to lie for a period of maybe 2 years, 3 years, or even 10 years. Then you come back to it after it shall have gained nutrients.
Yes.
So I'm saying this. In my perspective, I'm seeing that land is just the same way. The land itself is not appreciating. What is causing value to go higher is because of demand.
Yes. And
land is fixed, is finite, and population is growing. I want also to explain this. You see, for example, there are some urban areas. You see, when you compare land in urban area and land in the rural area, you will find that the lands in the rural area are less valued.
Cheap than the ones in the urban areas.
They are less valued. They are undervalued, actually.
Yes.
And the ones in the urban areas, they are overvalued. Not really overvalued, but they have been given high value compared to the ones in the rural areas. So what really these are just due to population pressure, okay, and maybe the economic activities taking place.
Yes.
Now people want to acquire land where there is something taking place. Okay. So if, for example, we say in Nairobi, we have industries running. We have industries running. I mean, factories, industries, they are running. We have businesses taking place. We have economic activities are taking place.
And even the people here who are working in these industries will need somewhere to stay.
They need somewhere to stay. They need somewhere to continue running the business. Even the business themselves are running in a place.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep.
So that's what is creating demand. Because maybe, for example, you want to create an apartment for people to lease, okay, or for tenants to come in. You understand? So you will have to acquire this land, and when you're acquiring this land, the person you want to acquire it from also understand that there is opportunity cost.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that will make this person to give it a price that he deems
necessary or valuable
will compensate the opportunity cost. Okay, so that's what really makes the land to what?
To appreciate, or the value to be high. And actually, as the common business rule, which says that when the demand is high and supply is low, then the cost also increases.
The law of supply and demand.
Yes.
That is called the law of supply and demand. Yes. So that is what actually make land to be tend to appear appreciating, though the land is just the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. So it's just about the sentiment and all the economic activities make land to do what? So it's both economic activities and population pressure.
Yes.
Making land to
tend to appreciative.
It's though land itself is the same. Okay.
Sure.
Land the same is the same. It doesn't change.
It does not.
Okay.
It's a finite resource.
It's I mean, in terms of quality, is it changing in terms of quality?
Quality.
Is land changing in terms of quality?
No.
Because if we say that, then if we say that land is changing in quality, we'll be lying. Do you know why? We can say that land was more fertile 1,000 years ago compared to now.
Yes.
Is it true?
True.
It is true. And being that we put land into use, fertility is going down. You understand?
Yes.
Yes. So it is all about population pressure
and economic activities.
Taking place around the land.
Yes.
And all in all, what makes land to appreciate is just demand and supply. You understand?
Yes. There's a common question that has always been going around.
Yes.
Youths or quite when people start touching small amount of money and then they want to appreciate themselves. There's been this question of either you start by buying land or you start by buying a vehicle. What can you say? What can you tell about these choices?
Okay, we see the choices will differ from one person to another.
Yes.
Depending on your depending on the information you have, depend on your
usability,
what we call priority. Yeah, priority differ.
Yes.
And that one is influenced. Let's say, for example, you are coming from a well-off family. You have land.
Yes.
Land is not a problem. You have land. Your father or your forefathers really worked hard and accumulated land. So you have a very
huge piece of land,
parcel of land. You have a huge parcel of land. So to you, priority would be
the car.
Not just a car, but a dream car.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
But then we have this other person who the only land they have is the ancestral land, and it's not even enough. Okay?
Yes.
It's not even enough. So that person, the first thing he would think of is acquiring a land.
Yes.
Now, so you see, there's no, like, there is
constant, answer to this.
There is no constant answer to this. It will depend with you.
As an individual.
You look at yourself. Okay? If you don't have land, or if you don't have land, then the first thing will be land, because that is what you lack. Let's say, for example, if you don't have land, you don't have a car, you don't have both of them. You want to give them priority. Now, both of them you don't have. So I think you will start with land. Why? The reason I've given you is that population pressure is growing. Okay? Yes, population pressure is growing, and as pressure increases, you understand, demand for land will also increase.
Yes.
And as demand increases,
the cost will increase.
The cost of purchasing or acquiring land will increase.
Yes.
So the earlier you purchase it,
the better.
The better, because when the now pressure is high, already you have yours.
And for the car, it will be depreciating.
Now, for the car, okay, cost of car also will just go high. Yes, it's still the same, but the difference is, you see, a car, it's manufactured by human being, and anything manufactured by human being has challenges. Okay, they are susceptible to natural factors. For example, friction, so which bring about depreciation.
Yes, yes.
So once, and even not even friction alone, even the mentality, mindset of people. Okay, for example, you can buy there is this thing here called obsoleteness. Okay, this one usually, because for example, if you talk about even we come to tech. When you come to tech, you can buy a solution which is working. Okay, you buy a digital asset which is working. That's a solution, maybe a software that is doing particular job. It is working well, but then somebody else come with another version.
Yes, yes.
That is really working well, and you just acquire this, maybe just millions of money in the previous year, and another company develop another solution which is doing the same thing but better than this. Okay, we'll consider this one as depreciated.
Yes.
You understand? But nothing much has happened to it. It is working, yes, but now because there is an advancement, so that's what we call obsolete depreciation caused by obsoleteness. You understand? So that's why we say all the manufactured things, they have limitation. So if you compare land, which we do not manufacture, and the things that we manufacture, they differ. So that's why always tend to give priority to the things
ones
that are natural. You understand? Trying to give priority to the ones that are natural, because they tend, the demand for them tend to increase with time. You understand?
Yes, yes.
But when you take a car, for example, when you are in that your example of whether do you buy a car first or you buy a land, when you go with the decision of buying a car, you will buy a car. Then in the following year there is a new model that has come out. Then so this value, the value of this one will go down.
Yeah.
Of course, because I've told you that what really drives price of anything and everything is demand.
And demand, most of the demands are being influenced by perception.
Perception.
Yes.
And even it's all about perception. It's all about market sentiment. It's all about attitude. You understand?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Because even you today, people can have good attitude towards you and say that, you see, if you want anything about tech, go to Kolakodek, and you will be having you will be having a lot such that you can't even handle.
Or they'll say, if you want to listen to a podcast that can build you,
yes,
go to Radical Leadership.
Go to Radical Leadership. Okay, look to the handles of maybe Efe Juma, Kolakodek, and those and such. And once that sentiment is out there, you will find that numbers will be coming in.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that it is a very interesting subject when it comes to branding, because you see, when people or when brands reach a certain level, then they don't even need to speak much.
Yeah.
Because perception moves from a person to a person. How your friend perceives something can easily influence you to perceive it in that direction.
Let me give you another example. A very good example.
Yes, yes.
And which is helped me to understand these things. There is what we call stocks. Now, in the stock market, actually people just buy fear and sell confidence. You understand? Nothing at all. It's just fear and confidence. Okay? So it's the same scenario. You find that it's just about perception. How do you perceive this thing?
When I buy fear, I'm lost. I lose when I buy fear.
When you buy fear, you are good.
Oh, when I buy fear, I'm good.
Yes. If I say you buy fear, I know the majority won't understand. When you buy fear, it means that people are selling because they fear that this company is going down. So you are buying fear. You are buying from those people who are selling. They are selling because they fear. Okay?
I get it.
Then you sell confidence.
I tell people that, guys.
Now when those people now are confident that this thing is now going up, you now sell to them.
That's the time.
But actually it's not going up. So they will, after sometimes they are trying to confirm the confidence, then it keep on
going
stagnant, and again somebody come up. No, it was, this thing was not correct.
Then the fear again.
So that's called market correction. Now fear again come in, then they start selling.
I get it.
You understand?
Quite interesting.
So it's all about selling fear and
confidence. Okay. So we are saying that when we are handling such situations, then sorry for that. We give priority to the natural resources.
Yes, always in all your decisions. Usually tend to give priority to natural resources. For example, even your health. When you're making a decision, even when you are choosing a job, put your health first. You understand? Start with the natural resources. Your health is natural resource. Start
very
with
expensive.
Very expensive. And it's very such that when it's now, if you cannot operate normally, like you are having health issues, then you don't have any hope.
I of late had a quote saying that you do not have any problem until you have health problem.
It is very true. That's just using words. That is just wordplay. It is very true, because any problem, so long as you health-wise you are okay, you can solve any problem. You understand? You can solve any problem. Until then, you are having health issues. That's when now you are sure that you are not. That's why there's also this theory that we say that that a living human being has never been poor. What does that mean? When you are still alive, we cannot categorize you that you are now poor, because you still have the chance to turn the table around. You understand? Until you die, that's when now we read your accomplishments. We say that you are now done, because you cannot do anymore.
Is interfered with.
Okay, health can be interfered with, but you can still regain. But when the time that now we decide that now you are done, we read your eulogy. That is just a book articulating your achievements and failures, or your limitations. You understand? So that's when now we say that you are done. That's when now your balance sheet is now mature. You understand? But before then, we cannot limit you. You understand? You might be poor today, and tomorrow you are rich. You might be rich today, tomorrow you are poor. Let's say, for example, somebody is very rich, but then you are hit with cancer. Okay? And because we put life we put life first, you will start selling your assets one by one, and until maybe you go into debt. You understand? So at that time when you die, will you die a rich person or a poor person? A poor person. You understand? So we are saying that natural assets have priority. We should prioritize natural assets to artificial assets. So anytime you're making decisions, start go in that order.
Okay.
You understand?
I get that.
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay.
Proceed.
I hope our audience have taken note of that. Some of them may say, but I'm using this vehicle as an asset to generate other assets.
Yes, you're using that vehicle to as asset to generate other assets. We are not saying that you should not buy artificial assets. We are saying that where you are in a dilemma, which one to begin with? Okay? All of them are essential for life.
Yes.
But now when you're in a dilemma, and you have the capability, see, you can be in a dilemma, but you are saying between land and the vehicle, which one should I buy? And even don't have the ability to buy a land. See, there we are not making sense. You understand?
Yes.
So we are talking about somebody who is willing and have the ability. And actually, that is the definition of demand.
Yeah, demand.
Okay.
Demand is when the buyers are willing.
The key point there is ability and willingness.
Yes.
Okay. Whichever how you put the words, but ability and willingness must appear in that sentence. You understand?
Customers must be willing and able to buy at the price that you are setting.
If you're just willing but not able, that is called?
I don't even know the name that I can give that.
That is desire.
Oh, that's the desire.
That is desire. You are willing but you are not able.
You're not capable.
Yeah.
Ah.
So that ability is what transform desire
to actually
to demand.
To demand.
Yes. So when you're in a business and you want to assess your potential client, you should assess whether this is a client who is desiring or this is a client
who is able,
who is demanding. You understand? So the one which is demanding is what we'll call I have a demand. You understand? So if you're just surrounding yourself with clients who are just having desires, they don't have the ability, then they are just, you will wait until they have the abilities when they will form part of the demand.
I get it.
You understand?
Yeah.
Good. We've said something. But before we get into the process or the procedure of buying a land,
yes.
I want us to talk to those people who are selling ancestral land. We want to give them a stern warning that it's not good to sell something that you don't know the production cost. Okay? Always try to look on other ways on how you can solve your problem. See that those people who are selling, they sell land for consumption. Somebody selling land for consumption. It is haunting, by the way. Imagine you sell your land, for money, and you go and consume money. After consuming money, next time you just pass by and you're seeing how your land is being used. Okay?
Recently, I was just scrolling over the internet and then I saw a video of a man who was claiming that he sold his land to take care of himself and the girlfriend. Then later on, he realized that the girlfriend is cheating.
Now, if you say such a person is a stupid person, will you be arrested?
Well, they have their own ways of making their own decisions.
Okay, stupidity is not something. It's just ignorant. I mean, it's
lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge,
information.
Ignorance. Yes, yes. So maybe he just acted out of ignorance. We are saying this. Try as much as you can not to sell ancestral land.
Unless it's very, 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 very to the very limit.
Not very, very. Just try.
Yeah, sometimes it can reach that level. I've seen some parents who sell lands to educate their kids because that's the only hope they have that their kids may go to school.
But you see when you do that, it's something that a bit, because you are empowering natural resource. See, your kid is a natural resource. Their limit is not known.
Yes.
You understand? So that's the beauty of natural resource. So that's why I say that you go with priority. Okay?
Yeah, even health, some people sell because of health.
Health is also, you are saving a natural resource. You are trying to save a natural resource. If this person be better, then
things can be better.
He can buy more land. Or she can buy more land. You understand? But again, we tend to
look for the avenues before you resort to.
Let us usually try to mitigate risk, because things to deal with health risk, we can use insurance,
education,
insurance policies or insurance covers to at least alleviate such risk, mitigate those risks.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are finalizing saying that please try as much as you could not to sell.
Yeah, as much as you can not to sell ancestral lands.
Yes. Now, let's get to a procedure of buying a land and try to escape the fraudsters, because they're there and they're really
I've seen some people even work in different countries, accumulate the wealth they can, so that they send home and assign some people to help them get the land for them and stuff like that. And majority do get conned. Majority do get conned. So I believe this is also one of the things that if you listen to can help you escape that trap. Yes.
But don't forget that also we have we can also have political influence over the same. You might have somebody who is a political leader, maybe who has seen the potential of your land.
Yeah. That thing is very common in Africa.
Yes, potential of your land, and now they want to grab it. They give you opportunity to sell, and you refuse.
They take
now you lose everything.
Some can even kill you.
Some can even kill you over land.
Yeah. Okay. That's how important land is.
So how can you go about that? Because this is now you are careful, but now this is now grabbing. This is now not a transaction. This is now grabbing.
Well,
how can you escape this?
Facing head on with the politician, in this case now resources do play part here. Because you find that as a rule of law, if you are weak in resources, it's very hard for you to compete the one who is having resources.
If you have less resources.
Yes, if you have less resources, it's always very hard. They'll kill you.
So for those people who have less resources, they are unfortunate.
No, they are not unfortunate. They still have ability to look for resources. And most importantly, pray, because such
as
things,
we speak now, I know there are those people who are being grabbed, or they're being their land are being taken away by political leaders. What would you do?
Okay, there's a little they can do, because you see these politicians, when they face it, they face it head on. As I've said, they can even kill you. They'll kill you. They'll send money to bury you. Then they'll acquire that land.
Okay, what I can do, what I can tell them, just talk with the manufacturer of the land.
Yes.
Over the same.
Definitely.
He will help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I said, you pray and look for resources again, because it's easy. If you have resources, you can fight with them.
There are some battles, by the way. There's some battles you can't fight physically.
Yes.
There's some battles that need spiritual war.
Yeah.
So if you do that, you will succeed. Now, those are extremes. Now let's get to the normal situation, or real life, or just the normal situation. Assume that one is not your ignorance. If such happened to you, it's not ignorance.
Yeah, it is not. It's just somebody's greed. I would call it greed.
But now we are trying. We need to help you try to avoid you losing land because of ignorance.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I think the first red flag is affordability of the land. See, someone can come to you selling this, and the land is so cheap. Okay. And because you say, I've gotten a cheap land, yes, you run very fast. You look for the money quickly, and you go and buy the land. And later on you realize this land had been sold to over 10 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Such has happened.
Yes, this land had been sold to over 10 people. So they're just increasing the number. Okay. And some people also, they just sell because, you see, maybe you buy a land, you've been given a wrong title. But because you don't want to go through the legal process, you also do the same thing to another person. You also sell the wrong title. So you see, this wrong title is moving across. This person buy a wrong title, the other person buying a wrong title, just like that. So then, until that time that maybe this issue will arise, where all the owners have come together, they have met. This person is claiming this is my land, and they are providing the titles. You understand?
That's when
so that's when now you hear that they have been conned. Okay, and there's only one legitimate owner of the land.
Yes.
So we want to help our viewers or our loyal audience to have some idea on procedures or how to go about buying a land. So first, what you really need to do is usually to validate the authenticity of the title. is it legitimate? Okay. Yeah, is it legitimate? So that you end up not being a victim of land fraud, fraudsters. Eh?
Yes.
Yes.
So but do they give you the title deed before even putting a down payment and stuff like that?
Okay. Title deed, they usually that there's no like a universal method of going about it. That one will usually an agreement between you.
It's based on your agreement.
It's based on your agreement. Yes.
So
what percentage should you sell so that you can have the
title?
I mean, what percentage should you what percentage of the money or the overall proceed should you remit so that you have the title? Okay. Because there are also other arrangements whereby you pay on you buy it bit by bit, like you pay it or you pay the cost under installment basis. Okay. Then when it reaches a 10%, then you can access your title.
Yeah.
You understand?
I've seen that.
Yes. So such happen. The most important thing here, first, you also look at the parties that you are dealing with. Okay. Yes. And always never forget to have lawyers. Okay, when doing these transactions, so that in case of anything, at least you have somebody to.
There's a legal method that was followed.
Yes. There's a legal practitioner who can help you go through the same thing.
Yes.
So
you've said the first we validate the title.
So the first thing, you should ask for the title deed. Not that you take it, but you see it and you validate there.
So you can take the number, then you go validate.
Yes, you go to land search. Then you go to the Ministry of Land. Then you search that land and see whether it is there. Because sometimes you might be buying something which is not there.
Which is not even there.
Yes, so you have to authenticate. Go to the Ministry of Land. After having the title deed, you have a copy of it. Once you have, take the number, go with it there. And serial number, then go with it there. Do a search. We do a search at the Ministry of Land. Then from there, one step is done.
So you validated that.
Yes.
Okay, the land is there.
Yes.
And that is the actual owner.
Yes. So you will, when you go there, you will be able to know who owns the land. Okay, the true owner. Then from there, you will be able to validate that indeed this is the person, this is the true owner of the land. So once you're done with that, you've done land search. You are done with the first step.
Okay.
Now, what do you think would be the second step after that?
Of course, working with the lawyer. Working with a lawyer to help me in the transaction so that this person is available from the start to the end of this
before you go there, you should search with the local authorities to check for any unpaid rates. Because you might buy a land which is having a lot of unpaid rates. And once the title is passed, you are the one. You are acquiring even land with the liability. Okay?
So you check
that is also happens when you are buying a car. You have to check. Okay?
Yeah.
Whether are you having the car is having some liability, also when you're buying a second-hand car.
Yeah, mostly it happens with these cars that are being financed by the bank.
Yes.
Taking account a lease.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So first, confirm with the local authorities if there is any outstanding rates. Okay. So in the event that you find there is, factor that
in the cost.
Or in the price that you are going. You have to agree.
Yes.
That we have unpaid rates of this amount. So Are you paying it first? Is when we proceed with negotiation, or we are going to deduct part of it. We are going to deduct that unpaid rate from the proceeds that I'm supposed to give you.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's the second.
That is the second step.
So I've confirmed the land is there, that's the right owner.
Yes.
Then I go and check. Second step is to confirm if there's any unpaid rates.
Yes.
With the local authorities.
Yes.
To make sure. Okay, I get that. You get it? I hope
because in some jurisdiction, you'll find that land will not be transferred if there is pending or there is outstanding unpaid rates. So in the event you are coming from such a jurisdiction, if you did not confirm this, then after paying the agreed amount, then you will still have to clear all these rates when you will have the land. So you see, you will buy that land at
a very high
price just because of you. So that is already a conning.
Yes.
That's already con. Already you've been conned because you agree that this value of land is maybe 10 million, but then you find there is an unpaid rate of maybe 2 million. Okay?
Yeah.
So you end up paying a total of 12 million.
Yes, yes.
Okay? Yes. What do you think would be the next?
Following, we've said, wow, you have checked, there's no any rates. Yeah, I think we can proceed.
Number 3, you need to go to the Ministry of Lands and buy 2 maps.
I go to the Ministry of Land and buy 2 maps.
Buy 2 maps. One should show you the exact measurements of the piece that you're buying.
One showing me the exact measurement of the piece that I'm buying.
Yes.
2.
Then the other one should show you the neighboring lands. Each should show you the neighboring lands.
So I should know that.
You should know your neighbor. Yes. So one map is showing you the piece that you're buying. Then another one
showing me my neighbors.
Yeah, your neighbor. Yes.
Okay.
The next, what do you think would you do after that?
Now I have the map, I proceed with the transaction.
Okay. The next, with your maps and a surveyor, visit land that you are buying now. Go there physically.
With the surveyor?
Yes. The land that you are buying. And verify that the details on the map is the same. It's the same actually. Yes.
Okay.
So you go there with the surveyor. So already you see, there's a professional, you need a surveyor here.
Yeah.
So anytime you are buying a land without a surveyor, then you know you're standing a risk of being conned.
So there's a surveyor, and I have to prove that this is a ethical and professional surveyor as well.
That one now, when you come to surveyor, there's also, I think there must be this
board
that is standing for
the
such.
surveyors. Yeah.
For example, when you come to accounting, there is a board for accountants,
engineers,
the same, doctors the same, lawyers the same. So you look for that membership number. Okay. But some of them will be ruthless with you. Is it my number you're going to work with? But of course, it will also show that you are doing the due diligence.
Yes, it's good to do the due diligence.
So you can just ask them if they have the membership number. And you can confirm that is also with also.
But even with today's technology, there's so many ways you can check on that.
Yes, you can check with that. So once the person has given you the number, you can go and check from the system.
Yes.
And also it's not just about that, because we say that there is professionalism and also there is ethics.
Yes.
Okay. So somebody might be professional but
not ethical.
Okay. So you also have to, and that one also you need to go with the reputation. There's usually called reputation.
Yeah.
There are people that are known that have done that work for some time. Yes. So you can do that.
So I have my 2 maps.
Yes.
I'm with my surveyor.
Yes.
We've confirmed things as they are in the map.
Yes, you go with the map. You go to the actual site to confirm if the details that are shown in the map are actually existing. Okay, size and everything. Surveyor will help you with that.
Okay.
Once that one is confirmed, you proceed to the next
stage. Okay.
Next stage,
which is
you have to sit down with your seller and bargain the price.
So I was doing all this without even bargaining the price.
No,
okay, because I was still using the standard price.
It's very logical. You can't bargain about what you don't know, what you've not seen.
Yes, true.
Okay,
true.
So you have to do all this is when you start bargaining. You are bargaining on what now, because you have your surveyor here and you've done and you've actually seen the property, and now you are bargaining about bargaining on what you've seen. So are we together up to there?
Yes, yes.
So the agreement can be done in the presence of a lawyer. So here we'll also need a lawyer. Okay? So you'll need your lawyer. So when you're doing the bargaining, you see now you are starting to enter into a contract, because when you arrive at a price, that is an agreement. So that agreement, you need a witness, and a good witness should be a lawyer. You should have a lawyer there.
Okay.
Yes. So also with a lawyer, you need also to verify the authenticity of this lawyer. Okay? What is their state? Okay? What is their state? Are they active or dormant? So you can also ask their membership number. Okay? For example, in Kenya we have Law Society of Kenya. So that Law Society of Kenya give these lawyers numbers. So you will ask their membership number.
Okay.
But there are lawyers who have brands.
Yeah.
If you can afford them,
reputation is good enough.
the better.
Okay.
Next thing you should do is that you should pay some amount as per agreement. Okay? So that would be maybe deposit. Yeah, so you should do some payment as per agreement. Then don't pay for everything. Okay? Even if you have money. Next, book a meeting with the Lands Control Board. Okay? Then once you meet them, what you will be able to do, they will be able to give you a consent. Okay? They will be able to give you a consent.
They give you a consent to proceed.
They will give you a consent to seller to proceed selling.
And now you complete the payment.
Yes. Then from there, go to the Ministry of Land again. Go to the Ministry of Land offices with your tax identification number, or if, for example, in Kenya, the KRA PIN, 2 passport photos. You understand? Then a copy of title deed to change the ownership. Okay? You understand?
Yeah.
Then from there, I think now land belongs to you.
Yeah, because now at the Ministry of Land, now we are.
So once you get here, we go to the Ministry of Land. Now you can. Once you see the previous step where you go to the what to call Board of Land, and they have given a consent, you can now do the payment.
And I finish the payment, and then after that,
then
I go to the Ministry of Land with my passport, title deed, and all that.
Yes. Then everything is being transferred. You change the title. Yes.
Okay.
Then from there, the land belongs to you.
Nice. I believe you guys have seen that. You've followed. You've seen that. Please rewind the video again so that you can listen to it keenly enough. We'll have more sessions to discuss stuff like that. If you're interested, please let us know. So
thank you for it has been an insightful session. We thank you for her creating time. That's all for today. See you in the next episode.
See you next time.